Hello and welcome to another Masters of Disney Adventures video, and we got the usual Disney news and a little bit of how we're getting on with our Florida preparation.
59 days. Well, from filming.
So what we got first today then?
Well, it's kind of, there's not loads of stuff to report this week, but there are a few little fun things. So first one is that they have released some is it the Emporium shop in Magic Kingdom?
Yeah.
They're doing little blind boxes of little miniature statues of the 50th anniversary statues that are around the park. I don't know how many, it doesn't say how many there are to collect.
It says the Fab 50, doesn't
Fab
it?
50, so is there 50?
Yeah.
That's a hell of a lot of money.
I presume so. Well, of course, everything's a lot of money.
Well, yeah, exactly. So they're little collectors things. I mean, it's all the rage now, isn't it? All these blind bags and blind boxes. Like they do their little pins that you can get as blind boxes and things like that.
Alethea loves surprise things.
Yeah, yeah, it really does. So yeah, they've got, like Steven said, Tinkerbell one. There's lots of different ones to collect. I know I really would like the Stitch one. That would be cool.
I did see Woody. That probably would be one I would like.
That'd be cool. I feel like, I wonder if they've got the one of Mickey and Walt. That would be a cool one to get.
Oh yeah, the partner statue.
Yeah. But yeah, I think they are $9.99 to buy. So we'll probably end up getting a couple. Hopefully they're still doing them.
I imagine the ones that you get doubled up on will probably end up on eBay.
Yeah, probably. I mean, I won't.
No, but
I just hopefully I'll only get a couple. Like. So hopefully I won't have the chance to double up on them because I'll probably only get a couple. But yeah, so they're fun little mementos that you can get. So yeah, the Emporium shop for $9.99.
Stay tuned to see which ones we end up with.
I keep going, oh, you know, if they're still there, like thinking Disney's still like really far away, but it's really not now.
Less than a couple of months. Well, so moving on, another exciting story. I hope this happens before we end up going.
They've got a couple of months.
And that's the Walt Disney World Railroad has been seen testing.
Ooh.
So doesn't really say how far away it will be permanently back on the tracks, as it were.
On the road, you're going to say then.
On the railroad. But it would be nice if it's soon.
Yeah.
Because like I said on one of our previous episodes, the only time we went on it was 2012, wasn't it?
Yeah. I don't even remember going on it.
Working. 3 years it hasn't been working for.
Gosh. I don't remember going on it. It was that long.
Yeah.
It's I think I do remember like getting off of the stop. It's one of the stops like in Frontierland, around there somewhere.
Could be. I remember
like a train station and having to go up like some stairs and then.
Yeah, I think there was one by Tomorrowland. We walked past the go-karts things.
Oh yeah.
I could be wrong. Could be wrong.
But I think yeah, it'd be nice if it's all open, even if it's open like a couple of days before the end of our trip, just so we can go on it. It would be fun.
It's just the sound of it when you walk in.
I think Alethea would like to go on it. Yeah, it'd be fun. It'd be like a home from home because we've obviously got a steam train here in dusty old Somerset.
Which also hasn't been working.
Oh yeah, they've been redoing the track as well.
Yeah.
Funny little link
Seems
there.
to be an ongoing theme. And then moving on, little something that caught my eye. It's probably not the biggest news story of the century, but they've basically showed, or unveiled I should say, some Star Wars Galactic outfits.
Ooh.
Which I presume lines up with the new Galactic Battlestar Hotel thing. So you can look the part. Well, not that you'd probably be able to as a grown up, but, but yeah, it just seems something.
There was a cute little top in there. To be fair, there was another story actually that I read about the hotel. That apparently they're struggling to get staff to staff the restaurant within it because there's a dispute about pay and whether it's worth doing the move over.
I don't know. I think there's a lot of people probably watching this video who would probably do it for free.
Yeah.
Just to get in that hotel.
If I could just live in the hotel, if you feed me and let me live there, I'd be quite happy.
I'd even buy one of those jackets to look the part.
Yeah. Exactly. Well, they don't pay you, so you can't buy one.
So hopefully I'll try and include some pictures here just to show you what I mean.
Yeah.
But they really do look cool.
They
I
do.
think they're really,
Yeah.
yeah.
Be your own little star trooper.
I think if I was going to go to one of the Halloween theme nights where you can actually wear a costume at Disney World, I'd probably wear one of those. Yeah. And then moving on, more construction update.
Construction.
There's a bit of progress on the, what was it called?
The Journey of Water.
There you go. Which is the Moana ride. It's kind of like, well, I don't know if it's a ride as such, it's more like a maze, an experience type thing.
Yeah.
As you're going through, there's like the nature part, isn't it? Of
Yeah.
what they're going to be doing in Epcot. Yeah, so they'll be making some serious groundwork, haven't they, on the foundation?
It looks good. Yeah, there's been pictures put up of their construction. They put like a great big brick wall in the middle.
I would say it's probably nowhere near finished.
I don't think we'll see it.
I mean, if you look at the lights of Tron, which they said still got a while left on it, that looks almost finished.
Yeah, they were putting a roof or something on it, weren't they, recently?
Slipped in another bit of construction using there.
Yeah. See, we're all about that construction.
Yeah. It is. That's the whole
this
thing of Disney World, isn't it? Build, build, build all the time.
Yeah, we were literally watching Behind the Attraction earlier on, weren't we? And one of Walt's things that he said back in the day on telly was that there'll be something new every single time you visit Disney.
Nothing stays the same.
Nothing stays
Always
the same.
moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's Walt's philosophy, and they have to keep doing new things because it's what he said, and we don't want to upset him.
And then moving on to the last story of today.
News story.
Before we move on to holiday progress.
News bulletin.
There's a new film coming, as if Encanto and all the others weren't enough.
I don't think it's going to live up to the Encanto.
I think they've raised the bar quite high with Encanto.
Too high.
Yeah, I think it'll be a little while until we get something, but you never know.
Oh yeah, it looks good.
This is Disney Pixar's latest offering, which is called Turning Red. And yeah, it's pretty much what it says on the tin. Some little girl, was it Maylee? Was it? Did I get her name right?
I think it's like an Asian theme.
13-year-old girl, isn't she?
Yeah.
And yeah, she's met with the option of living to her mother's good behaviour standards, as it were, or turning into a naughty little girl and turning into a big red panda. Reminds me of Alithia sometimes.
Yeah.
I reckon she'd be
I think she'd be
red panda sometimes.
a big red panda. I think she'd be a big red dinosaur.
5 years, I would say no more.
Those terrible twos are carrying on way too long. But yeah, no, she turns into a big giant panda, and she has to like learn to control her feelings to then control the panda, basically, to make the panda go in, because it's part of her culture, it's part of her family, I think, family traits, and she has to learn to control it, so that, because obviously you don't want to be seen walking around as a panda.
No.
Not really.
Yeah, imagine you can't get into shops and things like that. Yeah.
Like that bull in a china shop, it's like a panda in a china shop. It's not good.
No.
So yeah, she's got to learn to control it, and I'd imagine, being Disney and happy endings, she does. Spoiler alert.
Now, do you think this is another Disney sort of attempt at tapping into real life? Like, we all have to control our inner red panda.
Yeah. Yeah.
I reckon it could be.
Absolutely. But then also teaming it in with, like you said, the Chinese New Year and all that lot. I think it's, to do with all of that as well.
So yes, go check it out. That streams on Disney Plus from March 11th.
Is that to everybody? Or is that
they normally
premiere?
start with Premier Access, don't they, for most things, so I don't know.
We shall see.
I'm just seeing the information where it says streams on Disney Plus from March 11th.
It might be nice. They might just open it up straight away to everybody, because they do that with a few films, don't they?
Yeah.
The likes of Encanto and Jungle Cruise, they ended up doing the Premier Access first.
I know they're going to be big.
Because whereas this one, I reckon it'd be a good film. I mean, Disney and Pixar mixes are always really good.
I think it could be on the sort of par with like Inside Out, that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So yes, go check that out when you can.
Whenever that might be.
And then finally onto our holiday preparation. So yeah, we've made a little bit of progress and also come to a little bit of a sort of what do we do
What do we
sort
do
of dilemma.
situation.
So,
We're hoping you can help us.
yeah, so we'll talk about that in a second. But what progress we have made, we've finally booked our hotel. So it was at the Premier Inn Bath Road, as if you couldn't guess.
As normal.
Because that technically is the Premier Inn that serves Terminals 2 and 3, which we're going from Terminal 3.
And plus
as we find with Virgin Atlantic.
Still one of the cheapest.
And it is, yeah.
Along there. We looked at the Renaissance and it's just crazy.
Yeah, so the Premier Inn, what we got it for, was £45.
Which is still up on what it normally is.
Yeah, but it's still quite a good price. When you compare it to the Renaissance, as Katie just mentioned, which was something like 300. Oh no,
that was the
Sofitel. I think it was 185 or something. Was the Renaissance?
That's
the same night.
£145 more, or 140 quid more. That's not in our budget.
But the views.
Yes, but then think of all the merchandise you can buy.
Although imagine paying that much money and then getting a view of the Bath Road.
Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
So
is it the McDonald's
it's not
opposite,
worth
isn't it?
It's not worth it.
You can smell when
or the
breakfast
view
is
of
up at
the view of the shop as it's closed.
Just sit there
dreaming about what planes you could get if it was open.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'll be doing. And then on to the dilemma. So
where do we park?
yeah, there's a few options available. One that definitely won't happen is purple parking.
It's so it's meant to be somewhere you park your car for cheap. It's an off the airport parking.
It's right next door to the Premier Inn Bath Road, so it's still a bus ride away from
the actual
terminals.
Airport. Yeah, and yet it's £187 for the 2 weeks that we're away.
And they probably use that much fuel to get your car out of the car park.
Exactly. So, not going there. We weren't going to go there anyway, let's be honest.
No.
The only reason we would have gone there is if it had been like half the price of the other ones, we might have considered it. But for the fact that we see them ragging the cars around up there every single time we go there.
So that option.
Gone. No.
But the two options that are on the table are, so your standard long stay parking, which ironically is on the other side of the fence to the Premier Inn.
Yes.
But it's within the Heathrow.
But you have to
site.
drive back up to Heathrow, around the airport,
it's
into
about a
the
2 mile
stay.
round trip just to go over the fence.
Whereas if you literally drive up the road, you can see the fence to the other side of it, which you would just, if they just put a little gate in there, it would be fine.
Great, wouldn't it? That's coming up as £119.60.
As of right now, as of the 6th of February.
Or there's the meet and greet equivalent, which is also obviously on site Heathrow, which you park in the short stay terminal, which is literally just a glass bridge across from
Hop, skip and a jump.
Across from Terminal 3, yeah.
Which we probably would be actually doing.
Yeah.
Hopping, skipping and jumping.
More than likely. And that basically, you park your car up in the designated bays within the short stay, and they park your car for you. You leave your keys and hope for the best. No, but it is, I've seen it being blogged by several people, and it's quite good on Trustpilot as well, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's got quite a good rating, so it is quite a good service apparently. You basically let them know when you're coming back and they'll have it ready for you in the bays again.
Yeah.
So yeah, but that's coming up as £188.70, so it's quite
almost
a sort of
£70 more.
Yeah, difference for the same duration, obviously. So we're in a bit of a dilemma. So what would you do, guys? Would you park in meet and greet for, what did you say, £60-70 more? Or would you park in the ordinary long stay?
I think your dilemma is, if we were taking mine, I'd just park it in the long stay because my car gets bashed every 5 seconds by people, so I'm not afraid. Well, I am afraid, but my car's got that many scratches on it these days where people obviously just like to open the doors into my car, walk past my car with a massive bags, you know. Being a black car, it shows everything up. But with his being a newer version of mine, same colour, with no scratches on it currently.
Well, that's a few.
But no significant scratches like mine has got. I think that's what you're worried about, is leaving it and how scratched up and damaged it's going to be coming back to it. Do we pay the £70 extra knowing that it's probably going to be definitely not going to come out with any, or do we chance it for £70 less? That's 70 more pounds that we can turn into dollars, and park it in the meeting and park it in the long stay. What would you do? What would your ideal thing do? I know that we are not stopping at Reading services on the way home in your car. My car stayed in a car park for 2 whole weeks, not getting even a single little hairline scratch. What time was it? Like 6 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
Something like that.
It was quite...
We stopped on the way home
yeah.
at Reading services, and I literally wanted to pop it in to use the ladies' room, and I came back out to Stephen outside talking to a young gentleman and his car attached to the back of my car. We were the only 2 cars in the whole car park.
So how did you manage that?
Literally us and him. If you're watching, sorry to bring it back up again. So yeah, so that was fun. But to be fair though, by the time we land back from Florida, it will be a little bit later in the day.
But that aside,
sorry, went off on one
in
of
case
those
you forgot the
tangents
original question.
So yes, which would you rather do? Would you do the long stay and save £70 to turn into dollars, or would you do the meet and greet because you've had a better experience with meet and greet? Let us know down below at what you think we should do. We might even do it nearer the time when it comes to the point where we have to book the parking. We might even do a little Instagram this or that type thing.
Because we really can't decide.
Because we really can't decide. I think if the price was a bit closer together,
yeah,
I think it would. We'd probably swing towards it, but because it's quite a significant difference as it stands. Do you get like Heathrow perks?
No, it's not like Gatwick.
Like Gatwick.
I didn't see anything like.
Or do you know of any
Promo
Heathrow
codes.
perks or little
I've got
promo
the apps
codes?
to all of them, but yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, let us know what you think.
Yeah. And that's all we got for today. Hope you enjoyed our video. Please, if you do, then give it a like, thumbs up, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. And we'll see you next week for some more Disney news, Florida preparation.
We need to look into who we're going to book our PCR test with as well.
And we're going to look into who we're going to book our PCR test
So we'll
with.
come with you next week with hopefully a load of companies that we're looking into, and go from there.
There we go.
So stay tuned. Or we might come back with, we don't need to do any testing. Ooh, it's all coming back to normal.
Yeah, this is why we haven't really decided on that yet,
Yeah.
because we don't. You know, even a couple of months away, it could be anything.
Exactly.
So
yeah, stay tuned for next week.
so thanks for watching, and we'll see you again next week.
Bye.
Bye.